If you're family and you're living paycheck to paycheck, you're going to want to hear this. This is something me and my husband are trying to work towards as being a one income paycheck to paycheck family. I think once we get there, it's really going to change our lives. Grab a notebook or just get a clean sheet of paper. I'm going to list every single monthly expense you can think of in this column over here. I'm just going to do like a general example for the sake of this video, but you obviously will write down what you actually pay for these. House payment or rent, say $1,000. Generally, people have car payments. Maybe one, you might have two. We currently have two. For the sake of this video, I'm going to go up a little higher. Some may be a little lower. Like I know house payments, depending on where you are going to be a lot higher. Sometimes rent is going to be a lot higher. Car payment number two, we'll say $300. Car insurance. Our car insurance is really expensive, so I'm just gonna write $250. I don't know how much yours is. Maybe it's less, maybe it's more. Our internet and our phone payments are bundled together. Obviously, if they're separate for you, write them in as two separate bills. Is about $200 for both of those together. Electric bill, we're going to overshoot about $200 for that. Typically ours is not $200, but water bill. Our water bill is generally not over $75. Security system is $75. Student loans, any other loans that you might have, we'll say $200. Any subscriptions, so like Amazon Prime, Netflix, list that there. We have Disney Plus, Google subscription. Here's the point, it's up to you if you want to add in groceries to this or not, add in tithing to this section or not, and gas to this section or not. We, however, have chosen to keep those separate. So over here, we're going to write gas, groceries, tithing. Plus this will be like spending money, anything like that. These are obviously still expenses too, but what these are going to be, we're going to have two separate accounts. This is going to be your bill account. This is going to be your spend account. I'm going to add up the total of these over here. $2,830. This is what the main bills that are going to be the same every time cost. I'm going to divide that by 4. We're dividing it by 4 because there are typically 4 weeks in a month. $2,830 divided by 4, $707.50. However you get paid, you're going to have one account. Your spend account is where your direct deposit. Every week, you're going to take this amount plus a little extra. So we'll say plus $30 extra just in case some of these bills fluctuate. We want to have a little bit of wiggle room. Every week, from what you get paid from your direct deposit account, take $737 and deposit it into our bill account. We're going to set up all of these bills on automatic payments. They're going to come out automatically. Obviously, if you bring home $8,000 a month, $8,000 divided by 4 weeks is about $2,000 a week. If you take your $737.50 out of this, that leaves you with a little under $1,300, right? To use as your spending money for gas, groceries, tithing. Obviously, you decide how much is living sacrificially for you and your family for tithing. Now, I realize this may be overshooting for a lot of families. Like my husband does not bring home $2,000 every week, but you get the general idea. If you're just putting in this much every week, instead of like some weeks you're having to pay $1,000 to your house payment, and this takes it and breaks it down to where you're putting an average payment in and it's all just coming out. As you get the money, you're putting it in this account and your bills are always being covered. You're never late. The kicker, however, for this particular method is that you have to have that amount, whatever you owe for bills monthly, so the $2,830, you have to have that in a bill account first so that you don't ever have to worry about going under that. Every time something is taken out, you're just replenishing it with as much as you need to go in there. So it takes saving every little bit that you can, every extra bit, $20 here, $10 there, until you can get that built up in the bill account to actually start being able to do this. My husband and I are working to get here. We think that once we can get there, it's going to change our lives. We won't have to be worrying about it. The bills will be paid and we'll have extra spending money, it feels like.